This is one of the brand new TVs from LG, and thanks to its OLED technology, it's considered by many to be one of the best TVs that money can buy. The trouble is, that said money is extortionately high. The C5 retails at the time of recording for about £2,500 for this 65-inch model, which for most is a bit outrageous. Cost of living crisis and all. But if we head over here, this is the new TCL C7K, and with a few caveats, it offers a lot of what the C5 does and sometimes a little bit more, but at a fraction of the cost, just over £1,000. That's a big difference. Right, so let's get real. You've probably been looking at TVs in the past and seeing words like OLED, QLED, or QLED, Mini LED, Quantum Dot, and suddenly it feels a bit like you're buying more of a spaceship than a TV, right? But today we're going to break down some of those nerdy words into normal human English whilst checking out this guy, the aforementioned TCL C7K. And this isn't just another box with pixels. No, at this price, this thing might just change your mind about what a premium TV should look like and cost. We're breaking down why the C7K might be an OLED killer, how it's actually affordable, and whether it really fits in your living room, because these TVs are both 65-inch monsters. First things first, great price, sure, but is TCL even a trustworthy brand? Is this TV more affordable but less reliable? One of those too good to be true stories. Well, it turns out TCL led global shipments of 85-inch and larger TVs in 2024. They also ranked number 1 in Mini LED shipments. Promising stuff. Oh, and Mini LED? Well, that stands for Mini Light Emitting Diode, or lots of tiny LED lights behind your screen powering your picture. So in this case, the C7K uses what's known as QD Mini LED, or Quantum Dot Mini LED. And this isn't your standard "it's a bit brighter" gimmick. This uses all of the advantages of Mini LED, but also adds in tiny nanocrystals called quantum dots to enhance colour and brightness. And this is where it leaves the LG C5 OLED in the dust. And the TCL C7K is superior in this department. And TCL even build their own Mini LED panels through TCL CSOT, the same company that works with Samsung and Sony. So no, TCL is no knockoff. Now traditionally, OLEDs or OLEDs, or organic light emitting diode TVs, really come into their own when it comes to accurate black levels, the shadows and dark scenes in movies and games, as OLED works by being able to turn off every single pixel. This means if parts of the image are black, those parts simply won't have any light coming out of them. The light is completely off in those sections. Traditional LEDs simply don't have anywhere near that control, as the screen has a backlight, so you would often get sort of more dark greys and light blooming where the blacks should be. So how does TCL's QD Mini LED tech compare? Well, it's able to blend the insane brightness of the more standard QLED or quantum dot light emitting diodes with the inky black levels of OLED due to it having tons of mini LEDs, 2,880 dimming zones. Lighting scenes with almost pixel level precision, so you get very similar OLED black levels plus better brightness and potentially a longer lifespan, no worrying about burning. Now for reference, the C5 is LG's mid-range OLED TV, and LG do a flagship G5 option which produces more in the level of the C7K in terms of brightness, but that's over £3,000, some 3 times the price of TCL's offering. Now let's talk colours, because the C7K has a billion reasons to brag. Quite literally. With the Quantum Dot tech, it delivers over 1 billion colours. Combine that with their Crisp Glow HVA panel, and you get a really wild contrast, ultra low reflections and deeper blacks, even in this sun-blasted room. Whether you're watching in pitch black or broad daylight, the C7K stays crisp, vivid and sharp, even off angle. Alright gamers, gather round, because this TV isn't just pretty, it's got the reflexes of a ninja. HDMI 2.1, ALLM, and a 144Hz native refresh, plus VRR up to 288Hz, this thing handles action smoother than butter on a bowling lane. That's probably the worst analogy I think I've ever produced. You feel the difference whether you're sniping or racing or rage quitting on FIFA. And TCL's game bar, all your settings, refresh rates and real-time tweaks all there at a glance. On top of that, with the C7K you get TÜV certified low blue light, flicker-free tech and ambient light adaptation, so it's kind on your eyes too even if you're binge watching a Netflix series for many hours. Now let's address the bang in Bang & Olufsen, because yes, it's built in. TCL partnered with the audio titans and it really shows. From movie explosions to whispered dialogue, it's not like having full surround sound with all the cables, but they have done a really good job, which for a TV this thin is really impressive. Speaking of thin, this is one area that OLED TVs tend to outperform, because that panel can be so thin, but the C7K is impressively not far off, and both are ultra slim and would look great in any setup, if you can fit them in your room. But what about this 65-inch model? Is it too big for a normal room? Well, quite frankly, thanks to the fact that bezels have got so ridiculously small now on these devices, they both look so sleek, you'd be surprised at just how big you can go now. They really don't overwhelm the space, and both are ultra slim and would look great in any setup. And if you're lucky enough to grab the 115-inch beast, you also get Onkyo 4.2.2 Hi-Fi with Dolby Atmos. That's a cinema straight from your living room. So we've talked a lot about all the good things about the C7K. So how is it that much cheaper than an LG or a Samsung TV of a similar kind of quality? What's the catch? Well, it's simpler than you might think. With the term vertical integration, it basically means TCL builds their own panels. So there's no middle people, there's no outsourcing. So you get a really affordable price, but you don't miss out on the quality. You still get great brightness, great sharpness, great for gaming, great audio, great price. And yes, I have partnered with TCL for this video, but the proof's in the pudding. I'm showing you the images in front of you. The brand has a long history of delivering great products, and the value for what you get is insane. So if you're stuck there thinking TCL is not Samsung, it's not LG, it's a budget brand, I think it's time to unstick yourself. Drop a like on the video if you found it helpful, subscribe if you love great tech. My name's Adam, you've been the best as always, I love you and leave you, I'll see you in the next one. CSBYT, peace out.